Bruh. Hey, traders. Welcome to the Veterans Day stream. Guess you could call it that. I went live much earlier today. Didn't get enough sleep. Hungover from yesterday's insane stream. And, we got like a little less than an hour until your daily candle close. So maybe just wanted to be live to cover that. Who knows how long I'll be live. Probably depends on Bitcoin price action, right? Because I'm just wiped. Currently up 3% on the day. It was at one point while we were live, it actually hit $16,000.00. So we've done it, man. But you pulled back after doing that, and you haven't gone one penny higher. So right now, it looks like there's a big battle to see who's going to prevail above or below 15,782, that high on the daily from December 26th, 2017, almost 3 years ago. And so if we do break it, I mean, it does look very similar to an ascending triangle of some sorts, really. What's up, Serge? Well, let it be known. Okay, hold on, I'll let it play so we can just clarify things.
Yo, Mitch, tie for your service. Smiley face.
Yeah, he's talking about my service as an analyst for charts, not military. I've never been in the military. I just don't want anyone to think that based on what he said, okay? So I've got a lot of respect for all those people who have fought and died for our country, as well as active military and former military.
Thank you for your service, Mitch. Salute.
It's not, I thank all the veterans for their service, okay? So if you're out there and you're currently military or former military, thank you. Appreciate it a lot, because I wouldn't be able to sit on my butt and do this for you if it wasn't for you. So thank you. Thanks, Jeffrey, Jay, Nathan, Cartwright, Serge. Thank y'all. Okay. So the whole Bitcoin, the whole YouTube issue, if you don't know, it's been terrible. I don't know what it is. It's not the internet based on these speed tests I've been running. They're perfect, but I had to lower my FPS to 30 and my kilobytes per second to 3,000. The bit rate, what you'd call it, and I'm now streaming on their beta servers because it's the only thing that works, man. Only thing. So yeah, trying to make it work, man. They've been really screwy lately, and here they just had an update on their mobile app. Who knows if that has something to do with it? I just don't know, man. It's just every day you should almost expect a new technical issue to come up that's never happened before. Boom. Don, thank you, man, for your service. It's YouTube. Earlier you were all kinds of lag. Yeah, whatever, dude. I mean, I was just like informing y'all of like why I was on Twitch earlier and stuff. So appreciate the subs over there. Okay, remember, if this was to break out, man, I feel like a broken record at this point doing the same analysis. It's just been consolidating. 16.2 is a 78% retrace from your all-time highs, which could be a pattern completion zone of the bearish Garley pattern. 17.1 though, $17,100 seems like it would be maybe your next target. As we go to the daily, we can look at that.
Happy Veterans Day to all the vets. I'm a Navy submarine veteran.
Heck yeah. On Crypto Lionel. Thank you, dude, for your service. Dang, man. I watched a documentary somewhat on nuclear submarines in the Arctic. Oh my god. That's just too much, man. So I don't know how you did it, but thank you. So we got ourselves on the daily 48 minutes till it's confirmed a bullish engulfing candle. A bullish engulfing candle above 17,000. I'm sorry. Bullish engulfing candle above 15,782 would be ideal, though we may not get it, as you can see here. If it closed now, we wouldn't. Right there. How many days? November 5th, 6th, 7th, 9th, and now the 11th. We have been unable to get a close above that area. It's very, very real, is it not? Extremely real. You gotta look left. You gotta go to pretty much Christmas 3 years ago. That is what I've had plotted. It's been a great resistance area. If you could ever break it for real, you just gotta think, if we don't include Fibonacci, the resistance after a break of 15,782 would be around 17,084. I don't know, it's a little off. It's like 17,100. Okay, it's pretty much your target if you were to break this. That's where it could go. You know, that's the size of the consolidation structure. You know, just below this resistance, a measured move of that kind of pseudo ascending triangle could take you there. 100% measured move is, I think, 17,200. So, but at the same time, hey, if you don't start doing something soon, you might start showing bearish divergence locally, and I don't think you want that. So let's go bullish engulfing candle. Let's go mega breakout of the ascending broadening wedge, even the back test on a Saturday. And now here we go. We're trying to close at our highest level we've seen since, I believe, January 8th, 2018. That would be the highest level, right? As you can see, I mean, you know, November 5th, we closed at 15,605. So this could just be a nice potential continuation candle of some sort, where you're just, you know, the run is at its highest point since the COVID crash. Today could be the day it closed at its highest point. I think that's phenomenal, and that's not really bearish, especially the fact that you're engulfing the previous candle. So big shout out to Eric Coffin, who sent me a gift, a super awesome gift, very special. I freaking love it, man. He sent me 1 ounce of Troy, 1 Troy ounce of silver, but it is in the form of Bitcoin, right? Very nice looking Bitcoin, and on the back it has an owl with a crown, like a king owl. It says anonymous mint. It's not an eagle, if you could even believe it. I don't think so. No, dude, that's certainly 100% an owl. Okay. Is the owl the state? Is the owl the state bird of Bitcoin? And if it's not, can we just go ahead and do that? Make that a thing? Thank you, Coffee, man. Big hype in the chat! Special gift. So that means now, because of Eric Coffee, he gifted me a piece of copper of Bitcoin, right? I'm flipping the coin. Piece of silver. And Logan hooked me up with a golden chain, 18 carats. So all the precious metals. So what's next, dude? Someone gonna send me some palladium? Bitcoin palladium? I don't know, man. Awesome community. Thank y'all. Well, Matthew, I'm white, and I love the United States of America, so if that makes me a white nationalist, sure, 100% I'm a white nationalist. If I love my sovereign borders of the United States of America, the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, the freedoms that I've been given by God, not the government, and I'm a white nationalist. Woo! Pretty much every veteran is too, so who cares? They could be a black nationalist. Oh my god, dude. 100% not a globalist. Yes, not a globalist. Not a white globalist, okay? Weird things to say on Veterans Day, of course, right? Okay, so we can shift to Ethereum real quick. That, you know, it's just too respected. This channel is too amazing, dude, isn't it? As an indicator of where a reversal might be, you reversed again. My chat box broke. Hold on. Okay, so sorry, I had to fix something. But yeah, man, you had a really nice run up today. Hit your highest level since September 2nd. That's going to be the case until you break 47. You hit a high of $476.25. Very nice. But the problem is, right, if Bitcoin doesn't start catching bids and Ethereum starts reversing, look what could happen, man. Just look, a high, a somewhat slightly higher high. You could get some severe bearish divergence if things don't pick up soon. Think about it. Bearish divergence at a resistance potential reversal area. Well, man, the argument starts becoming decent for bears at that level. So really got to start catching bids soon. Okay, that's it. That's right, CB, man. Thank you, first place. I appreciate it, man. Oh, man. I'm just reading the responses to the pride I have for this country. Oh, yeah, Jason, you gonna send me some platinum, dude? Very nice. A uranium bracelet? Come on, dude. Give me all that radioactivity. Which I think uranium's not active until they do something to it, right? That radioactivity, I think. What's up, Bjorn? We can look at it, yeah, after this. So, look, I mean, same analysis, right? If you start showing bearish divergence, then you could find yourself at 444 again, then 416, then 389. Targets the downside if it broke down.
Or did I miss it?
No, you haven't missed it yet. We're still on Ethereum. Still relatively early in the stream. 17 minutes live. So, yeah, dude. If you reverse here, 444, 416, 389, each target. All right, let's see if the bearish divergence plays out. It very well could. It's been an extremely nice run. I mean, there's no value up here. All right, you're paying high premium for Ethereum right now, though we know on the monthly and the weekly it's so good. It's ridiculous on the monthly chart. It's so good. Technical rating. Is that it? Yeah, man. So eventually, I mean, the fact that you're above 366, that's like the danger area. You know, you hear, if you're just, all you have to do is think about Ethereum. You think, where is Ethereum in technical trouble? Any price below 366. That's it. Anything above it, you're fine. You're good. You could go to much higher prices in time. But remember, this candle, or each candle represents 30 days here, a month. So this could take months to get to the 100% measure move of the confirmed double bottom at this point. So just keep that in mind. The weekly looks great. You just bullishly engulfed on the weekly. Your oscillators look stupid good. But now the 4-hour is starting to look kind of weak. And I think that has everything to do with what Bitcoin's doing. It's hitting 15,782 again, and it's not breaking out. It attempted today to break out, but failed. So you got to keep that in mind. All right. Yeah, we can go to XRP, which is now making a lower high, starting to sell off. There's some really nasty bearish convergence there. It looks almost identical on the MACD histogram to Ethereum. Gross. And you're at the top of a range. Technically a bearish range because of the move down and the consolidation after. But, I mean, still making the higher lows. I think you're probably not in trouble on XRP till it breaks 24.6 cents, the previous local lows created, right? Hidden divergence turned into... I mean, the hidden bullish divergence really did turn into a move up, but it was just not, there's just not enough demand or there's too much supply to get you above the critical resistance points, where if you did truly break out of those areas, you'd probably see 28.4 cents. Just not happening. And definitely can't happen if Bitcoin's going to pull back and fail to break out. Okay. Yeah, Matthew D, that's right. So I don't know, dude. I mean, targets, 2 of the 3 targets are hit. The home run is 28.4 cents. No idea if we'll get there. We're not supposed to know as traders where it's going to go. We just We look for an edge on the market. We look for, you know, harmonics. We look for deep retraces on these harmonics at congestion areas. And then we look for springs and back tests of springs, right? So we look for all the good stuff, and at these levels, you don't have that. It's like profit taking levels. So same thing with Ethereum, Bitcoin.
True international under pressure.
Love your work, bro. Can we check out data when you get a chance? Cheers.
Sure. Yeah, everything was doing better earlier, but now Bitcoin's pulling back. So, you know, Bitcoin's up like 4.5% at one point. It's now only up 2.78%. Altcoins all selling off with Bitcoin. Clearly visible on Ethereum and XRP, the ones we've looked at already. Tibor Farkas, thank you for the 1337 Canadian dollar super chat. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Okay, yes, Cardano, it was looking promising. It was looking great. It's just now just failing to do anything. 10.681 cents. I mean, I think you're really safe. Cardano's in a really good spot until it falls below 9.8 to 9.995 cents. Pretty much 10 cents. That's it, dude. You stay above that long enough, you're going to probably see much higher levels. That's it. This could sell off and test that area again, and that would be okay. But the fact is, you did spring, you did back test the spring, and now it's time. It's time to go. It's a potential partial decline of a right angle descending broadening formation. If we ever saw 11 cents again, it'd be a 70% chance of a breakout of the upside, where there's very little resistance looking left, historically. So you're just not doing anything. Like altcoins kind of just, you know, you got OMG that pumped. It's now under double-digit percentage gains on the day. You know, YFI is down 11.23%. It's getting smashed. When just yesterday it was pumping almost the same amount, percentage-wise. So Cardano, man, again, there's no danger until you fall below 9.8 cents. After that, you want nothing to do with Cardano if it falls below that. Okay, that's it. I mean, even at these levels, you could say like one bottom, two bottoms, right? I mean, and these two bottoms were higher than the lowest low. So all of a sudden, it's like things have shifted, things have changed. So this Bukowski structure, why? And I guess we can look left, and I can show you why this area is the danger zone. You do not fall below it, Cardano, and everything will be fine. This is why. This is this manufactured area. It was an old range, a huge range on Cardano. Okay, huge range, and you fell below it, but you've broken back above it, and now you're back testing it as support. Extremely important price action. Very bullish stuff. But you know, there's this one little up thrust we saw June 26, 2019, because Bitcoin hit almost $14,000. In case you didn't know what was going on, then Bitcoin was going insane. We had almost 4,000 people watching this day that I'm looking at. This little resistance we're trying to break. Okay, so you think that's not really the big deal. The big deal is below you now. So that's why if you fall below it, you want nothing to do with Cardano, because look what can happen, right? You can get major reversals to the downside. But if you stay above it, hold above it long enough, you think eventually you will make a retrace to the upside. Okay, that's it. Pray for Bitcoin. That's all I can say about any of these altcoins. Any of them. And there goes my kilobytes per second, dude. This is an issue. This is a bad problem I'm having on YouTube, and it doesn't make any sense. Probably has something to do with elections and, oh my God, you know, censorship and all that. It probably has everything to do with it, man. Just getting stuck in the crossfire of all that stuff that YouTube's trying to do. Okay, so that's enough, man. I'll see it at 11.4 cents. If we do that, really good chance of breakout. That's it, based on research statistics done on a traditional market where we're trying to apply traditional technical analysis to a very untraditional market. That's real, dude. Okay. So let's go and weep for Maker that did not break out. And this is why you just don't ever try to trade breakouts, man. You'll be sadly left holding a bag, but it's not dead yet. It's just correlating to Bitcoin's price action. I mean, this is such a gorgeous structure and such a very strategic area of low risk. It's a range between $500 and $600, and we got a great entry on it, and now we're just waiting for the breakout it tried earlier, but again failed. So let's just keep that neckline extended out a little bit more. If we get back above it, we could have a really, really good time. Yeah, I get it, man. It's like you keep making the same high, but lower levels of positive momentum every time. You could almost call that Class B bearish divergence. But I've seen this price action so many times where the MACD will do that. Yeah, you know, and it'll eventually break to the upside. So I'm not too concerned about the bearish divergence. You gotta let it play out, right? You gotta have conviction on a trade where it's like, all right, well, it's maybe not looking amazing on the oscillator right now, but you got in at a lower price, and it's not equitable until we see around $600 from our entry for where we placed our stop loss. 3-to-1 reward to risk. What's up, Kulisi? Welcome. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. What's up, Jim Jones? Okay, so Maker, all right, not bad. Let's look at Litecoin that was showing daily bearish divergence. Somehow it's up. It's still up, man. But barely. Guys, just this scrub consolidation structure really wasn't a big deal. It somehow broke out of it. But look, man, it's looking almost identical. It's actually worse. What's up, Commander, dude? Thank you. You just got severe bearish convergence going on. And, you know, you had all this negative momentum, hidden bullish average. I guess it played out, but you're just going nowhere. You're just performing very poorly compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Very poor, and that's okay. I mean, like, it's kind of understandable, considering the fact the entry of the trade setup was in 42, 43 area, and we got as high as 64.83. I mean, which is the target of the trade setup. I mean, the second target of the three. It's okay. But what's kind of a little concerning, or at least noteworthy, right? Very noteworthy that you've made a higher high on price, and you're making lower levels of positive momentum and lower levels of relative strength. So that is Class A bearish divergence, which implies reversal of the downside. But, I mean, how can it dump violently or bad if Bitcoin keeps going, you know? Good questions. And all you're doing today, unfortunately, on the daily is, you know, you broke $60. I think it's extremely important area of support resistance, psychological and all that. And now you're back testing and as resistance again. When you fell back, you know, you up thrusted. That's what you call those, up thrusts. So this could, I mean, if the TA is respected, then this could see lower prices again. And if it did dump, you'd think the next reasonable area of support would probably be back at like $51 again. But what we have to always talk about in bullish conditions, which, I mean, is it really bullish conditions? I mean, I guess you're in an uptrend since March, barely. You're not making higher highs than previous highs. But I'm just saying, in bullish conditions, our bearish indicators are less reliable, right? That means they can fail more. They can just not play out. All of a sudden, you just start getting positive momentum and price action the upside, right? That can happen. Not only that, if it does play out, it oftentimes can underperform, meaning it won't be that, like, so in a bear trend, bearish divergence this strong on the daily, this is what can usher in huge markdowns in price in bearish conditions. But if it's in bullish conditions, bullish trend, it can sometimes just sell off some, correct for a while, and then go again and make higher lows, higher highs. So, I mean, again, the third target of this trade setup has yet to be hit, which is 68.65. So patience still required. That's it. YouTube's not fixed. Nice buy orders at these levels, I guess. 15,760, less than 30 minutes until your daily candle close. There's a real battle going on, for sure. It's tough, JF Airplane. It's tough going short in a bullish market, or at least where the macro is bullish, right? That's the tough part. Really tough. I mean, in bullish conditions, you see bearish divergence. Instead of taking shorts, oftentimes it can be prudent to just do nothing, or yet take profit on a long you were in. Anyway, all right, we can move. Let's just go to NEO real quick. It's another trade setup. It's just struggling like every single other. It almost looks identical to XRP locally. Looks identical to Cardano locally. It's just great entry, great divergence at a congestion area, 1272. Historical steel wall of support, right? Man, a lot of it, tons of it. Goes all the way back to 2018. You got the bounce and another support resistance at 1465. You sprung and you back tested that spring and you're rallying, but again, not catching bids. Can only wonder why. It's Bitcoin. These altcoins are all just massively underperforming Bitcoin. What are we talking about in chat, dude? What? Sorry, man, I'm rough. Real rough today. So, yeah, man, I think if I could look at any asset and it's going to be the same. It's going to be, well, it looked good, it looks fine, it looks ready, and there's no bids, right? Looks great on Binance. It's back testing a crazy support resistance area. But again, it's like it's time, and it doesn't, just no one buys it. So it could fail. You don't want anything to do with Binance, I think, below $27.22. Nothing, dude. Nothing below that area. That's a major support resistance from February. So if you spring and back test the spring and you don't go after back testing the spring and then you come back to the spring again, spring back test, chances are it's probably going to break it and dump. So, I mean, what are you doing? You're spending all this time here. The bids didn't come in, so it could fail. And it will certainly fail if Bitcoin dumps. Like, you have to understand this market is going to, everything here is going to get wrecked if Bitcoin decides, I don't want to see 16.2. I don't want to see $17,000. I want to dump here. And I want to end this parabolic run I've been on for a while now, since the summer, or late summer anyway. Thanks for the 820 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream at all, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. We're still below 200 likes. Understandable, dude. No hype. And if we're not above 16K, I get it, man. I don't understand, man, the lack of hype. Bitcoin just on its last 4-hour candle that closed, the highest 4-hour candle where traders settled up since January of 2018, January like 8th. You know, how can people just not be awake to what Bitcoin's been doing? I just don't know what it would take, man. It's so weird. I just don't get, there has to be this disbelief going on still. People just don't believe what's happening to Bitcoin. They don't believe it. They're like, oh, I remember this last summer. Everyone get freaked out, you know, and it dumped on everyone's head. And then they're like, oh, I'm never coming back to this market. I don't care if Bitcoin's at 15,743 right now. I don't care. Because they're like, it's just going to wreck me again because I missed out on this huge rally that's been going on all year. So, well, and we know this, that the retail is not really doing anything. I'm going to try to pull it up. me show you. Let me show you, dude. This is it, dude. Okay, this is how you know pretty much retail is just not here yet. Okay, this is the right, this is the Google Trends of Bitcoin search term. As you can see, you hit the 100 mark during the Great FOMO of 2017 when we hit nearly $20,000. Now we can't even crack. You see retail, this was June 26, 2019. Bitcoin had hit its highest level. Look how low we are still. The search for Bitcoin from retail is just not here. Like, no one cares yet. No one even, they're all sleeping at the wheel. I mean, we're substantially lower than we were last year, or at least last June when we hit almost 14K. That's what's astounding here, okay? Looks like Florida, New York, Cali, Nevada. Yeah, heavier population, so just wanted to bring that up, man. So it's like smart money. It's like institutions accumulating and have been accumulating, right? The composite men, the composite peoples, composite operator.
Last night's stream was great. I received the winning ETH. Much appreciated.
Excellent, EV53. Well, big shout out to Logan who made all that possible. We had never done that in the history of our show, of our 1,000+ episodes. And it was just like, well, that's a great idea, man. Why not? You know, we'll do it. And it became a crazy frenzy. It was so fun. Like, I couldn't even believe it, man. So am I saying we're early? I don't know. I mean, I guess. It's still early, despite the PayPal news. Figured, like, what is it, though? What is it? Maybe, you know, you think about what happened in 2017. The ICO boom. So it was a different meta of a bull cycle. One that was different than the bull cycles before, and one that was different than the one we're currently in. And I think the strange anomaly of the 2017 bull cycle were the angel investors, Silicon Valley, that had too much money to throw into this market, right? Literally just throwing darts at a dartboard with their eyes closed. But it wasn't just that. It was the fact that they were spending money on marketing for all these trash coins. And that was creating the hype, right? That was, people were getting just, it was put in their face, like all these crypto ICOs, right? Everywhere. I think that might be a major reason why we have such low interest in Bitcoin at these prices. Where we're only, you know, like $4,000 away, a little 4K away from all-time highs. So that could very well be the case. Just thinking out loud here, you know, to y'all. We're just hanging out, man. We've got less than 20 minutes till the daily close. Bitcoin's not pumping. It's not. It did break out. I mean, it did technically get a candle close breakout on the last 4-hour candle, but as you can see, the fall through was meh, where we're back below it. So you gotta get some sort of close above 15,782.
Grateful for your time. I liked Hunters. Please take a look at $GBTC to a window to a wall.
I like turtles.
Panther, thank you for the turtles, dude. The 15 turtles. To a window, to a wall. Is that their new thing? I mean, he should be. This is why Litecoin should be pumping. Because Tua plays for the Miami Dolphins, and that is their official cryptocurrency. I mean, they have to be maybe the only, but the first NFL team to ever get an official crypto. So thank you, Panthers. Yeah, GBTC. A great day today. It was up even more, up 6.15% to close. It was the highest level of the entire rally. Let's go, dude. Highest level since March of 2018. GBTC today, chat. Bruh. Wonderful. So first target of the trade setup was hit November 5th. Okay, we're now breaking to the highest point, and you think breaking this June 26, 2019 high. You think the next target? I mean, I think you could see local high 1862, but you think, I mean, where you are on GBTC. Look at the history: straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, pretty much straight down. You see what I'm saying? The price action correlation between $16.85 and $20.45 is almost like a wormhole. So what could that mean? I mean, like Bitcoin, this could be an upthrust. Certainly could be some sort of upthrust. You definitely got some 4-hour bearish divergence going on maybe. Let's go to the daily, check it out. You did, yeah, there could be an argument for bearish divergence of either the Class A bearish divergence on the MACD and the Class C bearish divergence on the RSI. It could be due for a pullback, but I don't think you want to be falling back below 1685 again. I mean, that's, see, there you go, dude. It's so different on the daily than the 4-hour, right? You did close above it though, that high from 2019. So it will certainly require Bitcoin to go to $17,100 to maybe see $20.45. It's not going to happen any other way. But this just goes with Bitcoin spot price. So if you want this to go up, you better pray we can eventually break with some resounding price action above 15,782 on spot. That's it, man. But wonderful trade setup. I mean, since the trade setup entry, we'll say at its highest point in 26 days, this trade has appreciated. The P&L is 45.5%. I'd say that's pretty amazing, dude.
Bruh.
So it's great. The GBTC trade setup, boom, one target of the 3 hit. Ethereum trade setup, all the targets hit. Even like monitoring the Gartley for re-entries and stuff. If you missed out on the initial entry, right, and that rallied, and the Litecoin trade setup, 2 of the 3 targets hit. So, I mean, this has been a pretty good past month and a half, dude, for crypto swing trading. It's been favorable. It's been good. And now Maker's cooking. Hopefully, it's all on Bitcoin, man. Nothing will play out if Bitcoin's done. XRP, yeah, now we talk about XRP. 2 of the 3 targets hit on that too. Yeah, man. What's going on with Bitcoin? My God, dude. I think we've been talking about it almost all stream. Thanks for the 934 people tuned in. Thanks to the 274 likes. We're so close to 300. I think we could do it in seconds, but I could be wrong too. Game of probabilities. If you break all-time highs, people will wake up 100%. I mean, I think breaking all-time highs is gonna be, that would be what would get retail back in it. It's just a different meta. And here you are, man, with less than 15 minutes to go. You're not looking that great. I mean, you're okay. But all right, you want this? I mean, this is gonna be an engulfing candle no matter what.
I've been learning TA since February. Outside of my mentor watching your lives, you've helped me learn how to interpret the market and solidify technical concepts. Thank you.
On Crypto Lionel, thank you so much for the $10 on the day. Session Top Jesus, dude. How to America, thanks for the sub. Welcome. Thanks for all the new subs that have been flowing in the past month or so. We hit a milestone of 35,000. So big shout out to y'all. Big round of applause.
Please clap.
Clap at yourselves. Okay. So yeah, it looks a lot better on the daily than 4-hour, I guess, on this candle. It's really just, man, you're just getting big price swings. Percentage-wise, kind of there. You know, I want to do a look at it. I want to look at the BVOL, the Bitcoin volatility. I think there's a new ticker called the CVX, not Chevron. You know, we all know CVX is Chevron, but I think it's an actual. It may not even be on TradingView, but I kind of want to check that out. Volatility, yeah. Look at volatility climbing. This is it, man. Right? This is how it can go. Like what we're talking about every time we look at this. You're at the bottom part of a range, and historically, what happens always at some point. After hitting the bottom of the range, you eventually find your way to the top of the range. So this could be the beginning, man, where 106, 121 could be hit in time. You somehow gapped up. Well, we gapped up before in February for the huge rally. I mean, 200 moving average, whatever. Yeah, you're right at it. Who cares? What's up, General AI? Glad to have you, man. Thank you. So lots of volatility could be had if history is to repeat itself on this chart that goes back to early 2017, pretty much when the ICO boom started. Okay. Let's go to Bitcoin dominance while we're at it. Why not? What's it done since it respected the living crap out of the TA? Just continuing to respect the TA. Look, I mean, my God, man, it's so good. 3 touches. You had it too, and it respected so well here. You know, one scam wick, whatever. But dude, from there, look how far it dumped. Then it formed some sort of momentum shifting structure. There was this congestion area where if you ever broke through it and didn't upthrust, I'm talking a real breakout, you could go to fill the gap. And what happened? It was just so perfect. I mean, it's too good of technical analysis respected, where it went up to upthrust through the supply line, only to fill the gap before reversing at the supply line, and now you're below it. So beyond that, there's nothing else really to say about Bitcoin dominance. 65% of the overall crypto market cap is Bitcoin, so it is the majority. My God, man, it's almost like talking about the Senate and the House or whatever, Congress. Bitcoin has the majority. It rules the land currently. But I mean, even at like low prices from September, it was still 57%. So interesting. Let's take a look at futures, which I'm sorry, kind of just this is me being off today. I'm just tired. I didn't get enough sleep last night. Y'all got me wrecked. I mean, stupid wrecked last night. We'll look at it. So top left, S&P 500. Bottom, S&P 500 is up 0.08, so flat on the new day, which opened about 49 minutes ago. Dow Jones Industrial Futures 0.03% up flat. NASDAQ top right of your screen 0.06% up, flattish, but really good to see. Somewhat it tried recovering today a little bit, right? Where tech did bounce. PayPal that had been just getting shattered. It's up, top performer. One of them anyway, 5%. Nvidia, same thing. But Etsy, I think, killed it on earnings and was up top performer in the S&P 500, 9.34% to close. Air products and chemicals, APD, down 9.4%, the worst loser for the S&P. But Henry Schein, Ralph Lauren, airline companies, Cisco, the food company, all those that did so well yesterday have pulled back some. So Bitcoin futures, $15,795, just a little bit higher than spot, as it normally is. Okay. Super here. Let's go to the...
Biden wants to tax attendees at 40%. Look at BCHG.
Yes, EB, he does. We'll look at it. Thank you, dude, for the threes. So just wanted to look at it real quick before we go there. just the channel, right? The equidistant log scale channel. Yeah, I'm lagging again, man. I'm having issues. It's YouTube, man. Definitely YouTube. Hold on, I'll give it a second. You're choppy but washable right now. So, you know, what's going on? I mean, like, if you look at the weekly and log scale, there's just not really any resistance till all-time highs. I mean, you broke the June 26, 2019 high. I think that's so important. And now you're just bouncing on this 25% trend. This 25% trend line of the equidistant channel. And if you break it, man, the heart lines up like 31K. I mean, that's kind of all you can do when we're zooming out, is looking at Bitcoin. Okay, the one high from November 2013, the buying climax, December 25th, 2017, or that week, the ICO, Great FOMO 2017, and then your anchor point on the bottom was August 2015, and now you got a bonus touch, the COVID crash low, all significant lows and highs there. So you could think, what happens if it was to ever hit the top of the structure again? I mean, we're talking $200,000. That's insane. Extremely outlandish. May never get there, but I'm just telling you the way it's looked. Okay, 200-week moving average starting to get away, starting to diverge from it, which is good. Get away from it, man. People up. Everyone has eyes on $288,000. Who are those everyones? Because that is almost delusional at this point. I mean, like, it's great. We know Bitcoin has a finite supply. We know it has the potential to increase in value extremely well, right? But it's got to break all-time highs. It hasn't done that. And until then, the eye on the prize is 15,782 that we broke. But just as we broke it, we're now in 6 minutes falling back below it. So you can't even walk $288,000 on Bitcoin. No way for now. When we break 20K, what should we do? Well, let me hide this and I'll show you. Let's go to the daily in linear scale. And this is what we would do if we ever were to break all-time highs. It'd be very simple to target with Fibonacci. You go from you get your Fibonacci retracement tool, and you anchor from the all-time high to the 3150 low, the capitulation low. You gotta just be cognizant though of that 786, man. God, that's the bearish Gartley pattern completion zone. So that's the only thing that freaks me out a little bit, man. An XA, B, C, D at its PCZ. And that daily could be just showing that some real bearish divergence, I guess. July to now. That is technically there. Jeez. And I guess you could argue and say the same thing about the MACD. From one high to the next one. It's lower levels, right? I mean. So do we have daily bearish divergence on Bitcoin? On both oscillators. At a pattern completion zone or very, very close to it of this. Remember? So this is why like FOMO is so dangerous, you know, like you went almost straight line up. And this is where reversals can happen. All right, hey man, I really hope it's too big, it's too crazy, and it just pumps through it and validates it, and it's no big deal, right? I hope that is the case. I hope the divergence gets invalidated. I hope it's just too bullish. You know, there's just too many people buying it. The mathematics of the finite supply and stock to flow are just too great and destroy this idea. I hope so. But at the same time, I'm just playing devil's advocate. You could understand this is not an area of value for a long at all. Even if you're, zooming out on the daily and look at this, you know, it's It makes it hard to justify taking a position on that little ascending triangle in that parabolic run we're in right now, 4 hour, right? Makes it tough. So you maybe get to 16.2, which is 16.1 if I'm anchoring this right. Yeah, it's $16,100. Right, that's the pattern completion zone. So that just like if you're gonna, hey, you watch the stream to gain value and stuff, to gain insight on maybe what's happening. Just think about 16,100. Put that in your brain, because that's the Garley dude, and we know what Garleys do. So I'm just saying, I hope it fails, but like normally at 786 is when this happens. Reversals to the downside, or if it was bullish, to the upside. There may not be enough of an edge to make it happen. The monthly could just be far too bullish. The monthly in log scale. Remember, this is the monthly in log, where, you know, in 19 days, if we don't reverse soon, you'll be at the highest level where traders have set it up in the history of Bitcoin. If you don't reverse in 19 days. The target on the monthly, we're not talking about Fibonacci here, we're just talking about log scale, symmetrical triangle breakout. The next target right here is 19,431 or whatever. It's like all-time highs where the wick is. You're breaking the highs. I mean, this was the resistance at 13,868. That was the resistance. You broke it. So just got to keep an open mind here and understand Bitcoin has had an extraordinary run. Remember, in a like 30 days, it increased in value 50%. That's amazing. The momentum's not over. I mean, that's when we go to the 4 hour to see truly what's happening on Bitcoin. Is this? I mean, this is the way to look at it. Crazy parabolic run for now. I mean, it's not even that crazy yet, but it could go one more time. It could go insane one more time, but at the same time, look where you are. You could break it and then test 13,868. What's up, Zachary? And thanks for everyone tuned in. We've been live for an hour. Local on the 8s. Oh my god. Well, we just really did like an extended local on the 8s just now. So, happy Veterans Day. If you are a veteran, you're out there, I do appreciate your service, man or woman. There are no aliens. So a new daily candle has been born. Jesus chimes. Unfortunately, it's not the good news. You fell back below a critical resistance, man. Crypt McCrypto, thank you, dude. When is Leora Jenkins waking up? It's a great question, man. As soon as you can catch a resounding amount of bids above 15,782, you should see 16.2, no problem. I mean, that, you know, that's what would be weird. It's like we don't see 16.2 before dumping or crashing. You know, I think we at least see a few $100s more. Dude, again, y'all throw it. Is 288K? Is that the new 589, but for Bitcoin, chat? Please don't buy into the insanity. And it's gonna just get more insane the higher Bitcoin goes. But we are at a point where we gotta just be aware. It's tough, dude, because it's so contradictory, right? If you look at log scale, it looks primed for all-time highs and way beyond. We're 100% measured move of that log scale symmetrical triangle that we've broken out of already with strongest form of confirmations, $64,000. All right, that's something that can actually be plotted and looked at. 288,000. Give me a break, dude, for now. BCHG. Sorry, dude. Let me do that. Sorry, CB, man. Bitcoin Cash. Ah, okay. Grayscale. Should have known when I saw BCH. Is that an inverse head and shoulders, man? One could argue a little bit. My God. There's not much data. Oh, but you could definitely, the imagination could paint this 100 freaking %, right? A low, the lowest low, a higher low, and a neckline. A beautiful, gorgeous neckline on Bitcoin Cash. And it's after a pullback, a correction. So, yeah, I mean, you had a bullish engulfing candle on the 4 hour. I mean, whatever. It's not very liquid, probably. It was up 8.62% today before close. So, if you just really want to talk about it, we'll say this isn't Bitcoin Cash, okay? I mean, it could obviously fail too. That could have been it, you know. But I'm just saying, if it. Okay, really easy to know where a stop loss should be. Easily, just right below 1348. That's pretty easy. Duh. Managing risks very easy with these patterns, right? Because you know if it breaks that, it's going down to test 1017 again. So your 100% measure move, if this potential not valid, potential inverse head and shoulders. Remember, these patterns are only potential until what? They break their necklines with confirmation. Obviously hasn't happened. So it's just an idea and could easily reverse and dump and then just continue to correct. And then we get an X, A, B, C, D, and you get low risk down here at like $5 or $6, right? 786, 886s. So yeah, maybe. Nice one, CB. Real. Oh my God. Too much 288K talk, man. Oh, is there a Bitcoin Cash hard fork tomorrow? Chat? Is this real life? Andrew B is saying everyone needs to get one Bitcoin as fast as possible while listening to the analysis. Don't be dumb, but get one Bitcoin over time. Dude, that ship has sailed, dude. Like, what have you been doing the past 3 years since the price crash? Since, like, you know, it went to 3150, 3850 a couple times, right? The 3000s. When it was at 5,000, 7,000. Any time in between, man. You'd have been up now. Like, you had so much time. How are we talking about buying up one Bitcoin now when Bitcoin's at $15,653? You're paying extreme premium. It's just not a strategic area to buy more Bitcoin, even though it could keep going to the upside. But okay. Did someone, no, the hard fork on Bitcoin Cash is on the 15th, not the 11th, so fake news. So that's still a few days away. Where you got Bitcoin that has pretty much said, nope, no, there will not be a breakout. There will not be one, chat. I'm sorry. Get wrecked. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. You're up thrust. So now you're just praying, if you want Bitcoin to keep this going, you're just praying for a higher low than 15,183. Otherwise, the party could be over. You got to break that, man. Okay. Well, it's been a good stream, man. I just wanted to, I streamed earlier today anyway for a couple hours, so this is definitely my second stream of the day. Wiped out from yesterday still. Haven't replenished my energy. There's no hype. Retail doesn't care about Bitcoin still. And that's kind of hilarious. Whose loss is that? Theirs. They'll be here though, right? If Bitcoin actually hits, if it breaks the 786, dude, that's gonna be insane. If it breaks 16.2 resoundingly, I mean, this thing could go insane. 17.2 and then to 20K. I gotta get some food, man. Some food. Whew. 40 more subs, still 35,100. Appreciate that. A lot. My God, the freaking bots, dude. The spammers. You know those bots that have, like on YouTube videos, it'll be like a huge paragraph and then like a bunch of botted likes and a bunch of fake comments. Those are hitting like all-time highs. Like I'm spending like 20 minutes hiding people from my channel, all these freaking spammer bots. Just taking so long now. It's just ridiculous. They just never stop, but it's just a battle. If you ask any content creator, especially in this space, they would tell you they're having to deal with it too. Assuming they care about getting rid of the trash. Let's go F1 stat.
Bruh.
Real F1 stat, dude. Should tip the 1776, man. The American flag, right?
F1 stat tip $30. Another great stream as usual, Mitch. I'd like to say to all the veterans watching, thank you for your Veterans Day.
Thank you, dude. I really appreciate it. I know they do too. Right? Just reminding them what they're fighting for.
Hey,
people
Mitch,
like you.
Is there a harmonic on the 4 hours on SELK starting on 26th of August? Thanks for everything.
iClick Interactive. We'll see. Starting August 26th of this year. Well, I mean, I see a lower high. I mean, oh my God, dude. Talk about. And you can't call it. It is an XABCD. It's same bottom though. Look where this is what I'm talking about. This is an asset. Think about Bitcoin 20K. High to low. You had an 886, I think. 88.6% retrace right before reversing. No, man. In between the 786, 886. Value perceived areas for shorts. Well, they've certainly shorted this thing, right? And now it's making a lower high. And look how, well, yeah, I guess look at all-time highs. Just looking back, you know, because kind of similar looking chart to Bitcoin. I mean, bearish divergence was there. Right, so you think critical thinking. 78 to 88% retrace. There's buyer exhaustion. Impending price action reversal to the downsides being implied. Well, you got it. You rallied. What, high to low dead cat bounce? With a 50% retrace. 618 hit a 61.8% retrace for reversing. So you're asking me about a Garley starting on August 26th. I mean, are you talking about back here, dude, or was that only? Oh, you're talking about X. Nah, yeah, X, A, B, C, D. You know, maybe it rallies to the 786, but it's too early. No idea. I don't think this is any harmonic quite yet. Okay. Look at that. My God, man. March 2018, June 2018. Look what it did. Rallied up to back test that. Right? Up thrusted through that critical high. You fell back below it and then you back tested it, regarding it as resistance again, just confirming before dumping once more. Total dumping. Ethereum dumping. Yeah, dude, they're gonna dump. Bitcoin's dumping. It's not having it's alright, it's down $105 on the new day. Everything should be in the red. It is. Every single S coin on my watch list is in the red. And that's gonna happen. I told you, like, if Bitcoin dumps, all these are going to face the demise. They're all screwed. Yeah, dude, nothing to see here. Except you did bullishly engulf yesterday, and you did get your highest daily candle close since January 8th, 2018. So great feats, great news there, but now what? You didn't get a candle close above the critical resistance from 2017. You just couldn't do it. You've been trying and failing. So you can expect up and down, up and down. Don't know if today's going to be the day where the big dump happens, but it sure is starting at least a little bit. Yeah, well, sorry, that theory on YFI, it's down 2.4% right now, so that didn't play. Big dumps. We got liquidations happening for longs a little bit, as we're now at our lowest low of the day. 15,485. More longs liquidated. Continuing to dump, men. And dumping lower and more and more. Here it is. And there it is, man. This is like, if things don't pick up, it's done. It's like bearish divergence, right? Look at this high. This higher high on price slightly, and this almost inexistent level of positive momentum. See, you gotta catch some bids, man. Otherwise you run the risk of severe bearish divergence, which is impending price action versus the downside. But it's gonna be up and down. It's not certain yet. Okay, this thing's gonna be volatile. The volatility's picking up a lot and could continue that way. So, what's up, Ninja Girl? All the beeps, all the sell beeps. Bad timing, because like it was, we've been live hour and 15 minutes or so. I'm sure some people are scared, but it's not over yet. You haven't broken the parabolic run. You're not. Look, man. Breaking point for Bitcoin probably is 15,170. You break that, it could be done. 15,020, right? 14,630. You just keep making higher lows. Everything will continue up, but that's saying a lot. It's asking a lot, right? Oh yeah, whatever. 13,868. Remember that. That has never been tested as support ever. So market participants truly don't know if it's a support. So they might push it down one day to test it. Is this the dump? Not yet. But if you don't start pivoting and rallying, you'll be showing bearish divergence. So you better be cognizant of possibly some extreme buyer exhaustion. You got to break 15,782, dude, okay? So I'm gonna get out of here. Remember, second stream of the day for me, so I'm just wiped out and have not really truly fully recouped from yesterday. So I'm gonna do that. Wish me well in my recovery. So we're gonna get ups and downs. I think I covered Bitcoin too much today. So thank you so much for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything, man. Until next time, respect the T. Hey.
you know what they was playing. When you go there, you know what they was playing. When you go there, you know what they was playing. When you go there, you know what they was playing.
I'm a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Adios, turd nuggets.